Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Wolf here, and today let's go ahead and talk about the PUBG mobile bots that everybody should know about. So basically, if you guys didn't know, your first couple games, the reason why it is super easy is because you are playing against mostly bots. So when I say mostly bots, I'm talking about 80% to 90% of the lobby are just bots. So usually what you guys can do is if you guys first queue up and then enter the waiting area, which is like the place that everybody runs around that has an airplane in it, and also like gun spawns, whatnot. If you go ahead and look around, you guys will notice that all the players in the game will be in that lobby. So if you can only count like 10 people, that means there's only 10 real players in your game. So basically your first couple games are catered to you to get good. And basically not get discouraged when you guys, first time playing PUBG Mobile, just because imagine it's your first time playing a Battle Royale game, you don't really know how it works, and after the tutorial you go in and you're like, ooh, let's go ahead and let's get it, and let's say you get put into like a normal game, you get played with all other players, and they're really good, some are like really good, some are not, some are like average, but you're like all the way at the bottom, and you can't really do anything because you can just keep dying over and over again. What would you do? Some people will quit. So what PUBG Mobile is doing right now is to cater the new player experience so that you don't really quit the game in the first like couple hours that you're trying the game just because the game is too hard. So what this means is that your first couple of games, again, will have lots of bots, but as you rank up, guys, you guys will see less and less bots and more players. And right now, the game did just launch about a week or two ago, and what that means is that the player base is growing, and there really isn't the reason for like bots in the beginning, but again, it's for the new player experience. And after you're like level 30 and like rank gold or higher, you're gonna start seeing a lot of real players who are really good. And at this moment, like, there's barely any people in diamond in anyways, and also like barely people in platinum. And like, you guys may think the beginning is super easy PUBG, but if you guys didn't notice, let's say you've been playing to like a couple of days now, and you ended up from winning every single game to ended up being like top 5 all the time now, barely winning a game, and now later on you're like, oh man, what's going on? Did I really get good? It's because now I can't really hit my top 10 anymore. And the reason is why? Well, you stop playing against bots. Well, you still do play against a lot of bots, but again, the ratio basically starts evening out, and then later on, like, it's mostly real players, and you guys will notice, because if you guys jump off and you guys start seeing parachuting, like parachutes around you, that's when you know they're real players. And the thing with bots is they actually make the game like longer for me anyway. So I've noticed my first couple of games was like super long, super long, because if you look at the top left, I'd be like, man, it's been like half an hour and there's still like 60 people left. What's going on? Did everybody just like land across the map? No, actually, they're basically bots that haven't really spawned into the game, or like they're like all the way like off the map, and what you're waiting for is for these zones to kill them, for the circle and the gas to kill them. And that is why the game is super long, because sometimes bots are staggered in. So what that means is that some bots will have to wait until like a certain time or like a certain limit before like they spawn in. So if you guys ever notice some people accidentally like popping in front of you, teleporting, even though you've been checking all around, and somebody just randomly pops in front of you and they start shooting at you, those are bots. But yeah, guys, don't worry. If you guys are still in it for the game, you will start playing against more players later on. And I mean, I guess it's a unique way that they did it, even though like most games do have bots on mobile for the battle royales, just because it's, the player base kind of wonky, and I guess it's just how it works. Like every single game, ROS, not really, no, I don't think Fortnite does. I know Knives Out and Survival Royale all have bots. Fortnite, I don't think so. But every other like Battle Royale games, they usually have like a couple bots, here to there. Usually you have like 20%, 30% bots, maybe 50% again, depending. But usually you can count how many players are in the game again if you guys go into the waiting screen where you guys wait for other players to load in. And basically, you go ahead, like count how many people you see. And of course, some people like load in late, but you can usually count for most of them. And that's basically it. So that is why this game seems like so easy from the get-go. So guys, don't like drop the game just because you guys think it's super easy. And if you guys think it's super hard, just keep playing, guys, keep grinding. You guys got this. So that is basically it, guys. My name's Wolf, signing out. Peace.